Hallelujah.
Okay, now you should raise this up or down.
No, you can't show this one in the...
I'm not like a
The volume on.
Good afternoon, Professor Blank and my fellow colleagues. I hope everyone had a good weekend. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope we're all having fun today. Today I'll be presenting a speech on the disadvantages of spoiling a child. The Oxford Advanced Dictionary defines a child as a human being below the age of puberty or below the legal age of majority. A child could also be said to be an immature or irresponsible person. She is such a child. That is what people say when they see a grown-up behaving so immaturely, and in that way they refer to that person as a child. In today's world, some parents desire the best. Most parents, each and every one of us, we desire the best for our children, but at times we end up spoiling the child. The Harcourt Brace School Dictionary defines spoiled as weakening or destroying the character of a child by giving into their demands. And we most often do this, like, "Mommy, please, can I go here?" And we say, "Okay, let me go. Okay, we'll go." And in one way or the other, we let our guards down and we spoil the child. But the thing about spoiling a child is that it has its advantages and it has its own disadvantages. Okay. In this present time, the society frowns at a spoiled child, not knowing that being a spoiled child has its own advantages. A spoiled child is very attached to his parents, and therefore they have a great relationship with their parents. They also understand the meaning of parental love. And they really appreciate every little second, every little time they spend with their parents. Likewise, also having its advantages, it also has a lot of disadvantages, because when we get into spoiling the child from early, when the child becomes a teenager, it's really a lot of work to unspoil the child. Can you consider the case of a guy, a 40-year-old man, depending on his parents for most things? The basic reason why this happens is because as a child, the child was so spoiled when growing up that the basic thing he or she should do, he did not do it because he relied so much on the parents. And another thing about spoiling a child is that when you have one child, you give the child everything. But when you have a lot of children, 2, 3 children, you find out that things are spread out, responsibilities are spread out. You don't really have to give the child the latest car, but you give them the basic things. Spoiling a child has a lot of disadvantages, because when the child is faced with a difficult situation and the parents are not there, the child cannot succeed. When the child goes to the university, that is if the child makes it to the university, it takes a lot of work for the parents for the child to make it in school, because the parents are always running through and fro to make sure the child is well adjusted. We all have different issues, but we are all trying to be our best in raising our child. Even another disadvantage of raising a spoiled child is that the child lacks empathy. You know, when a child is spoiled, he doesn't care whatever is happening around any other person. The world revolves around him. Whatever anybody is going through is not of any significance to him. So those are the disadvantages of spoiling a child. I know we are all parents. Some of us are parents, and we all desire the best for our children. But in this time and age, we all have to try our best to not spoil our children, because when we spoil them, even in our old age, we will still have a baby by our side. But if we do not spoil our children, when they are grown, they will be able to take care of us. Thank you so very much. Do have a lovely week ahead of you. Bye.
Students.